Welcome, everyone, to episode number 3 of Kicks the Castle. It's a podcast by 3 sneakerheads dedicated to that Disney lifestyle. As Walt would say, to all who listen to this happy podcast, welcome. My name's John, and I'll be your host, and I'm joined by the rest of the Kicks at the Castle team. We got Matt.
Yo. What's good?
And we got Irv.
Hey, what's going on?
We got a great show planned for you this week. We've got our Fit of the Week feature. In World vs. Land, we're going to talk about Nemo. Then we're going to get on property with our recent trips. And we'll discuss the upcoming series Loki and the new ride technology being rolled out at Avengers Campus. We're also going to jump into the DMs, but first, let's do some pickups. Irv, how's No Cop May going?
It's over. It ended. It died. I got two pickups I'm pretty excited about. The first are the Air Max pre-days, and if anybody has been following me or anything like that, you know that I really think this shoe is like super comfortable. And so I got the pure platinums.
Oh, nice.
So I'm actually excited because now I'm gonna use the liquid lime ones as beaters. I probably wear those like every day.
Oh, okay. Those are gonna be your most launch shoes.
Yeah, those are hella nice.
Mm-hmm. So another cool thing that I looked up about this shoe is that it has the same heel air bubble as the Air Jordan 3 and the Air Max 1.
Okay.
So that's pretty neat. And those are like Air Max 1 is like my favorite shoe anyway. So that's probably why I think it's comfortable. Oh.
Stop! I could have dropped my croissant.
Knocked my screen over. All right. And now I got my next beauties that I blame on.
I know what that box is.
I blame this purchase on John.
That's all right. I can take it.
And it was the perfect shoe when I was looking for getting a Jordan. And I was like, all right, this would be the best one because like I said, I'm a real big AM1 fan. So these the Tinker Hayfields.
Oh, yeah.
Jordan 3s with the Jordan 3 silhouette mixed with the AM1 silhouette. And I said they share the same bubble. You got the bubble in there. We got the stitching in the tongue.
The Tinker, yeah.
And the biggest difference I think between this and like the other Jordan 3s, see on the inside how it has Nike Air on the inside of there. You guys can't see it on the podcast. Got Nike Air on the insole, and on the heel tab too, we got Nike Air Fire Red. And I already switched out the shoestrings, put the red strings in there.
I noticed that. So are you sticking with the red swoosh?
Man, I might take it off. You guys can't see it. They have removable swooshes too. So I got the red one on here now. I might do gray later, but I don't even know when I'm gonna wear these guys.
I got the cement swoosh on mine with gray laces.
But I'll probably rock out the red the first time I wear them.
How many swooshes does that come with?
Oh man, it had red, white, reflective, and then like I guess like the cement print. So 4.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And then like 3 laces.
Yeah, that's a nice pack. So the swoosh is just on the lateral side, and it's got the Nike on the medial side.
Mm-hmm. Old school Nike print.
Good shoe.
So yeah, I like it. Yeah, and it wasn't that heavy. So I'm excited to wear it out in public. I don't know where I'm gonna wear it to though. But yeah.
Crap protect them, Jason Mark.
Yeah, already. First thing I did. The pure platinums too. It was funny because I got them, and I'm doing it, and my daughter's like, "You cleaning your shoes already?" I'm like, "No," so I don't have to clean them that much afterwards. So I was kind of telling her about protecting them and stuff like that. So she was intrigued for a little bit. Yeah, I ruined a few pair of shoes by not doing that first time, and then it got so bad. I waited so long to clean them that.
But Crep Protect or Jason Mark or Rejuvenator, any of you guys, if you're listening, if you guys want that product marketing, hit us up.
Hit us up.
You know,
we're users and believers in the product. Man, hit us up.
Oh, for sure. All right, Matt, how about you, man? You do any damage this week?
Oh man, dry week for me.
What?
Nothing.
Wow. Nothing.
Very, very dry week. I'm sorry, guys.
All right. Well, there hasn't been that much time, so I guess I can see that. All right. So I'll jump into mine, and I'm glad we got video because you guys got to see this vintage tee pickup.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
Extinct Attraction. We got the California Screamin' with Mickey and Donald, Goofy and Pluto on there. Super stoked to get that. I'm going to blame that on my buddy Adrian OG. He kind of really got me into some of that vintage. So I got that. And then I'll go ahead and show you Jordan 1 box. And of course, it's got the 23 paper. I swapped it out. Just so you know, I got positive feedback on the shoes that I sold with the wrong paper in them.
Hey, that's all that counts. As long as they're happy.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Shadow 2.0s. I really like them. And you know, the toe looks a little weird to me. I don't quite know what's up with it. I compared it to another, and it almost seems like this spot is a little shorter than it normally is. I don't know. I still like them. I'm really happy.
You have for retail?
I struck out, man. Come on. So the
I couldn't
question
remember.
is, do I swap the laces?
I say keep it black.
Keep it
Or
black?
honestly,
I would go with gray.
keep one
I would go with
black.
gray.
Keep one black. I've been doing like on a lot of my shoes now. I've been doing one color and then the other like
Really?
gray. So for that, I'll probably do one black and then one gray.
I'll lace it up. Yeah, no, you can tell that I've got a problem when in my desk drawer, I've got 4 StockX tabs and 2 eBay tabs. It's not been good. And then I think I've gone on record. So I do have another cop. Actually, I have 2 more cops, and I've gone on record as saying I went to Disneyland 2 weekends ago. I was doing 2 days, and then I'm going for Avengers Campus, and then I'm not going to go to Disneyland again until they come up with the annual pass. And on Monday, I went ahead and bought tickets to go on June 30th. Ended up getting a park hopper for that day. And then what happens on Wednesday is they release tickets through September. And so then I bought tickets to go in August. So I bought tickets to Disney on Monday, and I bought Disney tickets on Wednesday. So yeah. So the trip that I'm going in
Sounds like an
August,
expensive.
I went single day, single park. So I'm doing Disneyland Olding when I go in August, and those were considerably cheaper. That was like they were $114 for a 1 park 1 day on a Wednesday versus the other one. I got a weekday park hopper, but it was like, I want to say it was like 175 or something like that. It was over $300 for 2 tickets. So I really need to stop. Well, actually, I don't really need to stop. They just really need to come out with the annual pass program so I can quit doing that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So also in pickups, I know this is not really a pickup. This is I need some advice. So StockX bidding. I dodged a bullet today. I'm not even gonna lie. I was super pissed, but I dodged a bullet. I decided I needed the Amamanier 3s, put in a bid at $390. I was the high bid and was sitting there. I think the low ask was like $420. So I was $390 with $30 spread, and like 12 hours into it or something like that, somebody goes $391, which, pisses me off. So I think about it for a little while, and then, so I think before I went to bed, I bumped it up to an even 400 because I wasn't going to play the 392 game,
Yeah.
So I bumped it up to 400, and I think I got up and I saw that now there was a bid at 401. And it was just like, I couldn't decide. Well, do I want to go 405? My number was like 360 is really what I wanted to spend on them. But I just decided I would go ahead and try to get it, at 390, just be done with it, not quit worrying about it. And before I made up my mind what I was going to do, someone accepted their bid. So it got sold at 401. And I was pissed. Like, that could have been mine, whatever. And then, so now I'm high bid sitting at 400. I backed it down to 395 because a couple people had dropped in on that 391. And then today I scrolled on sneakers and I saw that the Alma Meniere's post loaded up for June 10th. So I went ahead and canceled my bid because I figured there's gonna be more coming in. But the question is, like, how do you do that bid strategy? Do you just put your number in and let it ride and see what happens? Or do you like, I'm gonna go $1 over this guy? Do you play that game? How do you guys do it?
I would say I'm a pay the ass type of guy. If I
Okay.
want it, I don't even do the bid thing. I was like, all right, bro. Where my card at? Pop out. Let's go.
Honestly, I'm about the same way as Herb. Like, if I see something I like and I got the money to pay for it, let's go buy it now.
Really?
I want it. I got it. I want it. I got it.
Because like I'm honestly the type of person where like if I put a bid in, I'm gonna forget. I know I'm gonna forget. I mean, like I forget to write notes for this podcast, so
I've forgotten.
yeah,
I've woken up to an email that says, "Congratulations on your purchase."
exactly. Yeah, I don't want that to happen. To be like, wait, what did I put a bid on? I'm like, oh yeah, okay. So yeah, that's why I'm always like, all right, $600 for a pair of dunks. Let's do it.
Yeah, it is what it is.
All right. Well, see, I was just trying to be frugal, so I just figured I'd throw that number in there and just and see if I could get someone to drop down and pick it up. But to me, normally I'll go, depending on what the spread is between the high ask and the low ask and the high bid. I'll usually go $10 under, and someone almost always drops down and picks it up, especially if it's newer release, because people are just trying to flip things quick.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's probably the difference. Like like with the Shadow, as long as you get usually there's on a new release, there's only a spread of like $20 between the two, between the bids and the asks. So you if you go halfway, someone's going to drop down and take it.
See, that's why I like eBay too, because a lot of listings have like make offers.
Yeah,
You
I
just
think those
make an
guys are
offer
tripping,
and go
man.
straight to
I tell you what, I tried that for the Shadows and for the Amamaniers. I'd made some offers, and like I'm on StockX. I know what the bids are. I know where they're at, and people they're asking like 280, 290 for those Shadows. That's not what they're selling for. And then you take away the seller's fees. You know what the payout is.
Yeah.
And then like same with
Yeah.
Amamaniers. They're like I said, the 420 was the ask. And the lowest one on eBay was 500.
Mm.
And then you'd like do an offer of 4 and it wouldn't even take it because they don't have it set that low. So I don't know. I think some people are. I don't know what the strategy is. I know I've sold a couple things on eBay, and I generally price it to move. I don't like having stuff sit out. Like this is just saying I sold 4 pairs of shoes so that I'd have the cash to get the Amamaniers. So I'm ready to go. I've got my money.
Mm.
Shoes are sold, payouts in. So I'm ready to go. But now I'm going to wait till June 10th, because if it's a sneakers release, I'm expecting that resale price to drop a good $50, I would think. And then there's the off chance that maybe.
Yeah.
So if anybody's not going for it, like 13 and a half, put it in for a 13 and a half. Let me know.
13 and a half? I thought you were 12.
It's a women's release.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Totally forgot.
Yep. So women's release, so 13 and a half, but I am 12. All right. Well, I appreciate the advice on that. Like I said, StockX it's kind of my go-to. I've been trying to mess around with eBay more. But it just said, it feels like some of those sellers are a little unrealistic at what they're looking for. So fit of the week. This is our weekly feature where we ask you, the listeners, to tag us in your Disney Fit picks. If you'd like to be featured, just tag us and use the hashtag, and we'll put you out there. This week we've got Fernando Morales in Pandora, and it's a pretty great picture. I think he DM'd it to Matt. It's in Pandora. He's got the Yeezy 700s, the Kyanite colorway, and it looks like a nice vintage Lion King tee in there. So very, very well done.
Yeah, the shoes match Pandora really nice. I'm looking at it now, and that's a good vibe over there. It looks like right on point.
Oh yeah, like I said, you want to be featured, just don't forget to tag us in your picks, and we'll get you on there. All right, Land versus World. This is a weekly feature where we pick an aspect between Disneyland Resort and Walt Disney World, and we see which parks got it better. And Irv came up with a good one this week. We're going to talk about Nemo, Undersea Adventure, which is featured at Epcot and also in Disneyland Resort. Irv, what do you think?
This is the one where I think like Disneyland kind of wins hands down. Not even really too much of a competition. The actual one we did at Disneyland, and my kids couldn't even believe what was going on. That it was actually there and going on the water. It's pretty wild. And like I say, the one we have at Epcot isn't bad. It just doesn't really compare. Like they're really two separate rides. But I would like to say, just for a sleeper, is that I really do enjoy Finding Nemo the musical at Animal Kingdom. So that's a good musical. I feel like the music on there is slept on. If you guys haven't listened to it, they got it on Apple Music. It's pretty good, man. I jam into it a lot. But as far as just the rides go, man, I think Cali has it hands down.
Well, that's an interesting take, because I could tell you that My wife won't go in the submarine. She gets claustrophobic.
What does claustrophobic mean?
It means he's afraid of Santa Claus.
No, it doesn't.
My wife doesn't like elevators or submarines, so she won't go into things. I've been on it with my daughter, and it's basically it's in the lagoon. I think you guys used to have did you guys ever have a lagoon there, Matt? I don't even know.
Yeah, and similar. It was 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, and that got taken over by Little Mermaid.
Yeah. So to me, actually, your Nemo ride is basically the Little Mermaid. I mean, honestly, just rethemed. It's got the same kind of ride vehicle, little drive through. The thing I noticed, I looked it up. I looked up ride through videos today, and the ride at Epcot is like 4.5 minutes, and the ride at Disneyland is like 13 minutes. So it's considerably longer, but yeah, the submarine goes around the lagoon and then it goes inside, and then basically the show is extremely similar to yours. I think it's a little bit longer. I think we got a couple more scenes because it was an existing attraction that they rethemed. I can't remember. It might have been 20,000 Leagues. I don't remember the name of it, Matt, but sounds right. What are your thoughts? Have you been on the submarine?
I have. So I'm gonna agree with Irv on this one. You guys definitely got the better ride. But I mean, Disney World does have some good pros. Like they actually have real fish that you can see, like everything at Disney. That would honestly, that's what would make Disneyland like the best, I guess, Nemo ride, if they had
there was actually fish in the lagoon.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah. But I mean, you guys you're in a freaking submarine. Like, how cool is that? Like, I was just talking to my girlfriend about this, like right before this episode. And I was like, yeah, like you're in a freaking submarine. Like it is very small in there. Like,
it's tight.
If you're claustrophobic, I would not recommend going on this ride. I remember last time I went on it.
They have an ADA version that I think that you go in a room and you basically watch the movie. I'm not 100%.
Oh, really?
I was going to do, I took my mom a couple years ago, and we were going to go. We didn't do it, but we were going to do the ADA version and see what it was. So I haven't done it. I've just heard that there is an option if you don't want to get in a submarine.
Yeah, last time I went on it, like we were just about to go, and like this lady like freaked out. She's like, "Let me out! Let me out! Let me out!"
Yeah.
And then they had to stop it and then let her out. And
yeah, it's cramped. You definitely.
It's tight. If you're tall, if you've never been on there, it's tight. I was like, oh man, how far is this thing gonna come back? It kind of reminded me of Mission Space almost.
Okay. Yeah, no, it does not go all the way underwater though. Just if you haven't been there, it's not like the submarine completely submerges. It goes lower in the water, but it doesn't actually submerge. All right, well, that was a good one. I like that comparison. So now let's catch up on some trips on property. I'm going to start with Irv because I know he hasn't been there, but I know he's about to get back.
Yeah. I was talking to Matt earlier, and so we head back on Saturday. So I know for certain I probably hit Springs on Sunday, but it just dawned on me earlier today that it's Memorial Day weekend. Mm-hmm. So like I was trying to get park passes, and everything was like gone. So I'm gonna keep checking to see if I can catch one before Monday, but if not, just go on Tuesday when everybody go back to work.
Oh, that's I didn't even think about that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget about park hopping too.
Okay, yeah, and that's kind of what I want to do if I just grab any of them, because I really want to go to Magic Kingdom. That's like my favorite park, so I haven't been there in a while. So if I have to go to Epcot or Hollywood Studios first, I'll do that.
Yeah, like my girlfriend the other day, she wanted to go to Animal Kingdom while I was working, and there was only Epcot available. So basically, she made it for Epcot, went to Epcot at like right when they opened, and then came back home and then went to Animal Kingdom like in the afternoon.
Do you actually have to go to the first park in order to park up?
Yeah, you got to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, I don't know. So now that's got to mess with your wife though, because she wants to plan it all out, Irv, right?
Yeah, and that's kind of what the point she's at now is she don't really know what to do. So, and I'm like, just we'll figure it out. She's like, I don't want to figure it out. I want to know what we're gonna do. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you, man. We gotta wait.
What about you, Matt? You make it on property?
Another dry on sneakers and dry on property time.
Wow.
But so get this. So like I was saying, my girlfriend, she went to Animal Kingdom the other day while I was working, and she came back and got me some Flame Tree barbecue.
Oh, swag.
She actually
nice.
she got me a whole like rib plate, and yeah, she brought it home like all wrapped up in foil. And shout out to my Asians, because it was 10 times better because I ate it with rice, and it was so good. It made it 10 times better.
So they not have rice at Flame Tree? You can't. It's not an option,
I
right?
don't think they do, but
Yeah,
I
I don't
mean,
think they do.
homemade rice, like
Okay.
nothing beats that.
Agreed.
Very nice. No, I haven't eaten there yet. That's on my list this time. I'm definitely wanting to try that.
Definitely one of my favorite quick services for sure.
Well, like I said, I have not been. I'm still another week and a half out from my next trip, so little dry this week on Disney property news. So let's get into some DMs. Got a lot of responses to our request for questions that we put up on Instagram. So I appreciate everybody joining in. The first one is from Sneak Prince, and he wanted to know the best sneaker drop of 2021 so far, in our opinion. So who wants to jump on that first?
How about you?
How about me? I'll take it first.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say the natural gray ones. That's got to be it for me. I mean, I've been looking forward to it since they announced them. I don't know if it's my favorite shoe. I don't know if it's my favorite shoe of the year, but it's certainly the one I look forward to the most and had to have. I think that it's possible that when I get the Alma Meuniers in hand, that would probably be my sneaker of the year. The natural gray. I mean, that's just got such a connection to my childhood and stuff. So that's got to be it. That's got to be it to me. How about you, Matt?
Supreme Dunks.
Supreme Dunks.
Supreme Dunk lows. Like specifically, I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for this. Specifically, the green colorway.
Why would you get hate for that? That's like, I think that's the highest.
I know so
one.
many people. Yeah, I know so many people that that hate the green colorway.
Oh, see, I thought the brown was bad. I thought the brown was the one they could have done without.
True. I mean, they're all fire.
No,
Yeah,
I'd take it. Hey, man, I'd take a pair.
They're all fire. Yeah, man, that was such a rough day. It's hard when like you take an L and then like you know so many other people that copped. That's what makes it the hardest. And that was a rough day, but yeah, sneaker.
Is that something you would look at paying resale for?
Honestly, I'm really debating it. Like I'm looking at my pairs right now. I'm just like, yeah, I could probably sell these. I'm honestly I'm gonna sell like most of my Yeezys, which I already have, and
Right.
I'm probably gonna cop the green pair sometime
I'm
this
looking
year.
it up. I haven't looked at the resale on those for a while.
I think they're like 15, probably almost 2.
Sheesh.
Let me see. So would you go for the green pair or would you go for the lowest price pair?
I don't know.
What are you, a 10? Are you a 10?
SBs, I'm a 9.
9. So yeah, I'm shopping for you right now. Ooh, $1,500.
Yeah,
1,500. That's a good looking shoe though.
it's a beautiful shoe.
It's got like the alligator skin on the toe around there. That's a good looking shoe. Yeah. But yeah, I think actually it looks like the black one might be the lowest price. The brown's only 1,000. Piece of cake, man.
Maybe we'll see.
Hey,
I had to do
what's,
it for content, right?
Yeah, that's what you
Hey,
got.
do
You
it for
got
content, man.
Just, you know what? Just buy them and, unbox them for us and then just hang on to them for a year and you probably double your money.
Probably, yeah.
Man, what's the best sneaker drop of the year for you?
To me, it was some Supremes too. The Supreme Air Max 96
Okay.
with the clear, man. And I personally kind of have like a thing about the clear on the shoe, but when I saw those shoes, I was like, oh man, that's nice. Yeah, I really liked them. And when I didn't hit, I was like, all right, I'll just wait it out. But I might do something foolish in the near future.
How are those?
And buy the
Are
Get those steamy toes.
The resale going up?
steamy toes, man.
I tell you
They're
what,
not
man,
bad, honestly. You could probably get them
No.
for retail or pretty
Yeah.
close to retail.
I think it's pretty close, man. I haven't really looked at it because I just bought these, and I was like, man, if I actually start doing research, I'm gonna find a pair, and I'm gonna be like, all right, I'm just gonna order them. So I'm gonna try to wait it out. But yeah, the steamy toes kind of got me, but I really like the silhouette of it, man. I like it, so I might make that move.
All right, nice. So anyway, thanks, Sneak Prince, for the question. We got another one from Morales and wanted to know the best shoes for each park, like outfit ideas. Do you do any themed park shoes like for your Jordans or whatever? And I'll jump on that first, and I'll say absolutely. I've got the Animal Instinct Jordan 3s that I'm definitely taking to Disney World because I'm gonna rock those at Animal Kingdom my first day. So I know that, and then we talked last time. I got the Jordan 1 Origin Stories to wear to Avengers Campus. So that's definitely something I think about. What about you guys? You guys coordinate outfits and shoes for the different thing, like for your Disney bounds?
Of course. I mean, I wouldn't say there's like a best outfit. I mean, it all depends on, I guess, like the season as well. Because I mean, like during like Christmas time, I'm gonna wear like a vintage like Christmas tee, or like Halloween party or Halloween time, I'm gonna wear like a vintage Halloween party tee or something like that. But yeah, it's all because I mean, most of the time when I'm going to the parks as well, I'm trying to get content too. So it depends really what new stuff I get. So let's say I got like a new Splash Mountain tee. It's got like hint of blue. I might have to cop like the Hyper Royals or the University Blues and something to match on that. So it's all based on, for me at least, it's all based on like what I'm trying to get as far as content and on the season, I guess.
Actually, I like that. I like that thought. So so if you're shopping for a vintage tee, you get that perfect tee. Now you're going to work it backwards. And all right, what shoe do I need to acquire a new shoe versus say I got a shoe? What am I going to get to go with the shoe sometimes? So you work it both directions.
Yeah.
Nice. What about you, Irv? You don't seem like a big Disney bounding guy, but you're fashionable. So
yeah, I'm probably like a mix of the two. Like I got a pair of shoes that I want to wear to Animal Kingdom. I haven't worn yet. They got elephant print, so I kind of hold those back. So I kind of do that, but kind of like with Matt, if I feel like I'm not going to like do any content that day, I'm probably just going to put on a pair of beers. You know what I mean? Like if I'm not really going to take no pictures, I don't really want to per se. But I'm about the same way though. Grab a nice maybe like a small shop tee and some comfortable shoes and try to enjoy myself for the most part. I don't really think about it too much about what I'm going to wear unless I'm going to take some pictures, or if my wife has a plan to take some pictures. Like sometimes we're like, we're all going to get pictures today in front of the castle. So I'll try to look presentable and not just have on sweats.
Christmas card picture today.
Yeah, right. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm going to put this one on the gram, so you got to look right. I'm like, all right, bro, I'll not just wear, just baggy sweats. But outside of that, especially if it's cool enough, I'm just going to wear on sweats and a t-shirt and just kick it.
See, that's the advantage of you guys being so close to being able to go so often. I have to, I'm going even with the pass, I'm only going a couple times a month. So I gotta figure it out. But in doing that, comfort isn't as much of an issue because when you're only going for, 5 or 6 hours, it's not the same. That's the thing. When I went, I was thinking about it. I haven't done a 12-hour park day, actually 2 12-hour park days back to back since I was at Disney World 2 years ago. That's not the way I do it. And I'll tell you what, the Jordan 1s were not the best choice for the first day of that.
I believe you.
Because I wore them to the Touch of Disney event, but I was only there for 5 or 6 hours, so it wasn't as big of a deal. All right, thanks for the question on that one. We got another one from MKEN6. Do you match your magic bands to your fits? Which actually is a really good question because I don't have magic bands. Well, I do have some magic bands. But when I went last time, I just got a red one. It's not like I have multiple magic bands. I did get a new one when I booked my new trip, so I'll have 2, and I guess I'll bring the other one. But do you guys have multiple magic bands? Do you switch it up, or do you just go with one?
I definitely got a bunch of them, and yeah, that's probably one of the main things I do is color coordinate my magic band. Honestly, I didn't even think about it until I read the question. I was like, yeah, I do that a lot. I'm basically like, oh man, I'll grab a red one, the green one, and it kind of segues to me getting kind of upset about them taking away, getting it when you getting the magic band when you go to the hotel, or even like annual pass holders getting theirs, because that's how I got a lot of my colors. I'm like, all right, man, I got a green one, I'll get a blue one this time, or I get a red one this time. So, but yeah, I got a few different colors, and I definitely match them, either that or I just wear the red one. It's like my go-to.
Yeah. Matt, how about you?
Gonna be completely honest, I don't really wear magic bands only because I always forget. Because I have like the magic band where it's like a keychain. Like I just take the puck out and then attach it on my keys because I always forget my magic bands, but I never forget my keys or my wallet. So like I either have my card or my keys. So, but I mean, if I have like a picture idea with the magic band, honestly I do have every single color there is.
Don't you have a Supreme one? I thought you made a Supreme one.
I did, and I made an off-white one with the zip tie. Yeah, I always forget, honestly. So.
Well, that was a good question. And then we got another one from Carrie Zales, 92, and wants to know what your luckiest in-person cop was. And I know that not a lot of us have had very many in-person cops lately, but
raffles count, or like are we talking about like walk in the store, no raffles or anything?
Saying in person, so I'm guessing it'd be in store.
Dang. I would say if we're not counting raffles, honestly, it would have to go back to my SB days, because it was literally like you can walk in and grab whatever shoe.
What's your best raffle win?
I would say the Yeezy 350 V1 Pirate Blacks.
Okay,
that's what probably got me back into the game.
Did you, Irv?
When I thought about that, cause man, I don't know when the last time I like went into the store and bought a pair of shoes, but I did. When I was like in college, I was going to get a pair of Jordan 12s, and when I went into the Foot Locker, they only had one size 11, and me and my cousin both were size 11. So we flipped a coin to see who got it, and I won. So I guess it's like my
meant to be
my luckiest in-person cop. Yeah, and I wore those shoes out, man. Like by the time I started wearing them, the sole was falling off the bottom. I like balled in them every day. Oh, so nice. they got their work in.
Nice. What about raffle hit? What's your luckiest raffle hit?
I've never hit a raffle, and I only hit on sneakers like once.
What?
And then the shoe that I hit on, I promise you, I bullshit you not, the same thing happened. I was in Atlanta for my birthday, and I hit on the shoes. They sent them to my house. I wasn't there, and they took them back. They didn't drop them off, and they just refunded me the money. I called them. I was like, bro, can somebody just hold on to the shoes? And Nike was like, no, it's too late. And then they were sold out. So I hit like one time, didn't even get them. Never even saw them in person.
No. Man, that's some hard luck. I guess actually did have an in-person cop. I was in Scottsdale, and we checked them all. We went in there, and they had this was probably 3 weeks after the Carmine 6s released, and I went into a store, and they had them sitting on the shelf in my size. It was the last one in the store. So that I don't know if that's my luckiest, but that was certainly a rare, especially in this day and age, you're rare to go pull a sneaker off a shelf. But probably the UNC 3s. That was one that I was trying online to get. I couldn't get it. And I had called the finish line prior to the drop and asked them if they were getting them in store and if they were raffling, and they said that they were going to be first come, first serve, but they had one size run. And so as soon as I missed, I was actually walking the dogs trying to buy them. It was 7 a.m. I was already out walking the dogs and didn't get them. I turned around, came home and dropped the dogs off and jumped in the car and drove down to the mall. And I was the first one in line, but the next guy in line probably got there 20 minutes after me, and he was a size 12. So if I'd have been 20 minutes later, I wouldn't have got him. So that was pretty lucky. And then I've had a lot of good raffle hits though. A lot to mention. I'd say probably the luckiest. I'd have to go with the Grateful Dead SBs. That was that was amazing. That's probably the best. But I mean, I hit the Sail Off-White 5s. I hit the Olive Travis 6s. I got Fragment 3s. I've had some pretty good luck.
See, like my sneakers account is like all GRs. Like I get here. Let me see if I can pull it up right now. Yeah, like I rarely hit any like hype releases. I feel like the only hype release that I got was when I got early access for the Street Hawker SBs.
Yeah. Well, I haven't hit. Oh, I also got what else? I got the community garden dunks. I hit those. Trying to think. I got the panda dunks. I've hit a decent amount of ones. I got them at
if you could see like all GRs. I don't know if you could see that, but I mean, hey, I'm still grateful for all the
absolutely.
But
I tell you what, I've still hit nothing since everything went to draws. I've had 0 hits. So are you guys going for the 3s tomorrow? The women's release, the pinks, rust pinks.
Yeah. Some people hit me up for them. So I'm gonna go for them.
I'm gonna try to get my wife a pair, even though she said she won't wear them. I'm just gonna I'm gonna take a flyer.
Hey, but I was gonna do the same thing because I showed my wife and she was like, "No, I don't want them." I was like, "Well, I'm gonna buy them anyway, and we'll see what happens."
Yeah, I'm gonna go for it and just see if my wife will try them. You know,
The Core Purple Dunks drop tomorrow too. You guys going for those?
Are they doing extended sizing? Because if they make them in a 13.5, I would wear those.
Are those women's too?
I think it's a women's release. You'd have to check it, but
Oh, I was talking about these.
oh, those.
Oh,
Yeah.
Laker.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go for this. I thought you were talking about the. I thought you were talking about the Jordan 1 metallics.
Oh yeah, those are the women's.
But that's an OG colorway. So why is it women's only?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, at least they should do it with extended sizing. All right. Well, thanks everybody for the questions. If you got any things you want us to chop up, just send us a DM and we'll get you on. Anyway, we got. I don't know. Did you guys see the trailer for Loki?
Yeah, I saw it.
So,
I didn't see it yet.
You didn't see it yet. So how are you guys into the Marvel universe?
I'm not a huge like Marvel fan. I mean, I like the Marvel movies, but like I wouldn't say like I'm like diehard Marvel fan like a lot of people in the Disney community. But
Right.
I trust Marvel with their stuff.
Yeah.
Like I feel like this is gonna be
So I grew up as a comic book kid, so I was super into comic books, and I don't know, I probably kicked them to the curb about the time I got to high school. So I really, with the resurgence of like even starting with the X-Men, that was like my favorite comic book. So I really embraced the movies when they first started coming out, and I was not that hyped about Loki, simply because he's dead. And so I was like, oh, how are they going to do? You know, I'm not that interested in the Loki prequel. And then when I saw how they were doing it, is pretty trippy. So for those who haven't seen the trailer, basically in Endgame, when they're going back trying to get the Infinity Stones, they happen out at the end when they've got Loki captive. One of the stones pops out. I think Hulk throws the door open and knocks Iron Man down. Loki gets the Infinity Stone and vanishes. So looks like the series picks up right there with how he's fractured a timeline, and that honestly is pretty freaking compelling to me. And the other thing is that looks like Owen Wilson is in it, which I think that's kind of a hook right there for me. I don't know if you guys are fans of his, but
I am.
So, what about you, Irv? Are you a big Marvel guy?
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely a big Marvel fan. I'm kind of like Matt. I wouldn't say I'm the biggest. Like, you know, I didn't read any comic books, but I definitely have watched the movies more than one time. I recently got my wife to watch the movies, and we watched them in chronological order by how they happened and how they were released.
Right.
So I got a chance to like rewatch them again recently, and I'm kind of hype about it. Like you said, especially where they tied it in from that one scene in Endgame, and I think hopefully, fingers crossed, that I kind of like the kind of time stuff like that anyway. So maybe they do like a multiverse version, and I wouldn't mind if that kind of led into Doctor Strange next year. So
it's so funny you mentioned Doctor Strange. So because I know they're doing Doctor Strange next year. I actually just watched the first one a couple nights ago, and
I actually watched it last night.
Well, so my daughter. The reason why is my daughter was telling me about like, oh yeah, they set it up that one guy in that post-credit scene. And I'm like, what post-credit scene? And apparently when I watched that movie, I didn't realize they were doing after credit scene or during the credit scenes. So I didn't see the one where he goes to the guy that had his spine crushed and that guy takes his power away.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, yeah, that's perfect setup for the villain of that movie. But no, that's funny that you just watched that too, Matt.
Yeah.
No, they did a nice job with it. So like I said, I'm pretty hyped for Loki. I thought that WandaVision was really good, but I will say that like the first 3 episodes, before they started peeling back the onion a little bit, it was kind of lost on me what was going on. I'm sure it was lost on everybody, but it got really good. And then not everybody was into the Falcon and Winter Soldier, but I thought they did a really nice job with that, and it's actually got me pretty hyped for the next Captain America movie. I thought they did. So I think Loki's going to be awesome. So another new thing I've noticed is, again, I hate to quit rubbing or hate to keep rubbing Avengers Campus in your guys' face that we have opening up, but Disney Park Blog put some info out on the WEB Slingers ride. I think that's the new ride. It's called WEB Slingers, a Spider-Man adventure. And Disney, I think, is really tapped into something I think we're probably going to see a ton of. And so the premise of the ride is I think, I mean, obviously we haven't seen any of it yet. It's kind of a shoot 'em game, like, much like, Buzz Lightyear or Midway Mania. And apparently it picks up your arm motions. And I'm not sure if there's something that they give you to put on your wrist to act like you're shooting webs, but they're selling merchandise to enhance your ride. So they've got 4 different add-ons. So you can do like an Iron Man blast thing or like a multi-web thing. And I was just thinking about that. Like, I mean, I don't know what the price point of that's going to be, but can you imagine being a parent with 3 kids and you've already spent all that money to get in the park, and now you got to shell out, $40 a piece or whatever for these, 3 of these things. And of course they're all going to want different ones. And then, if you are an annual pass holder and then you forget to bring one day and you got to buy it, of course that'd be the excuse to buy all 4s, just get a new one every time you go. But I was thinking about it, how simple would that be to sell some different blasters and just like, all you'd have to do, I mean, like all you'd have to do is put some kind of an adapter in there that would allow you to have an extra input. And, then you could buy like a cheat one. And so instead of having to pull the trigger, it'd be like the rig controllers that you can buy programmable controllers. You could have a rapid fire blaster and Zerg and things like that. I mean, it seems like it's a technology that they could, even, it wouldn't be that hard to retrofit into some of the older rides, but it makes you wonder what the future of ride enhancements might be even going forward, whether you'd have different storyline capabilities or what might be different that the Disney merchandising wheel would keep, be able to keep grinding. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it yet. I mean, just from like the previews, but I first heard about the add-on or the enhancement from you. But honestly, I think it's pretty cool. I probably won't buy whatever it is first. I'm gonna see how it is without it. What is it like? What exactly are they?
It's like I think the basic ride has something strapped around your wrist, and it looked like from the Disney Park blog, it connects to it, and so it would come out on your hand instead of just being on your wrist. It would go to your hand, and it's like they said they have an Iron Man one. I think that they have one that's like a web burst where he shoots 3 webs at the same time, but there's 4 options. They didn't really show them all. And I wonder if it's because they probably don't know what they all are. But see, that's the thing. My wife's like, you don't need that. I'm like, well, I don't need it. But that doesn't mean I don't want it or that I won't buy it. I mean, just when has needing it ever been a criteria for making sense?
I guess, it would all depend on what the price point is. Like if it's like close to $100, I could probably sit that one out. But I mean, if it's like under $50, I'll probably get it.
I'll probably buy one. I don't know if I would need them all. But it's funny you mentioned that $100 price point. I mean, I know people that collect lightsabers. I mean, have either of you bought a lightsaber?
No.
Me neither. Now, I told my wife about the one that they showed when they were doing the Starship thing, where the blade actually comes out of the shaft of the lightsaber. I'm like, I'd buy one of those. And my wife's like, what do you need that for? I'm like, because it's cool.
That's definitely one thing that I would probably drop some money on is the Galactic Cruiser for sure.
Yeah.
And maybe the lightsaber. I heard it's a pretty hefty price point.
Oh, for that lightsaber?
Well, the lightsaber too. I'm not sure if you get one if you go to Galactic Cruiser.
Well, I heard they're going to be for sale starting like next year, right?
Like, is it only in the Galactic Cruiser, or are they selling at Galaxy's Edge too? I guess we'll find out.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's funny because I bet the price of that that hotel are going to be nuts, don't you think?
Yeah, it's like a whole 2-day experience, 2 or 3 day experience, I think.
I'd have to do that. I'd have to do it once just to see what it's all about. What's funny is my wife listened to our last episode, and we were talking about Alawani, and she's like, well, maybe we need to do 3 days there. So I think that's actually going to happen. So I'm pretty stoked about that. So
Oh yeah, that's dope.
that was actually really great. I appreciated Justin coming on last time again. So all right, well, thanks again to everybody for listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a review for us. We are Kicks at the Castle. You can follow us on Instagram at Kicks at the Castle. Don't forget to tag us in your pics and use the hashtag Kicks at the Castle. My name's John. You can find me on Instagram as Weekends with Walt. Irv, where can they find you?
Find me on Instagram at Main Street Dad.
And Matt, how can people hit you up?
You'll find me at the Disney Hype Beast or TDHB Shop.
All right, man. And again, thanks again for listening. Talk to you guys next week.
Peace.
Peace.